Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text, we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree, or the junk drawer, or the kids' room, or the garage. You know how we've been doing it. Thank you for your partnership in this ministry, and thank you for the love that you are sharing with your kids and your congregation and your families. You are rocking it. Thank you. I'm in Seaside, Oregon right now. I am at the Byberg Preaching Conference. I'm in my hotel room, and I thought I'd record this so I can get it up and ready for next week. This is for the 5th Sunday after Epiphany, and it is Jesus saying, "I will make you fish for people," a really well-known gospel lesson. The second reading is Paul talking about how he was called and he was the most unworthy of apostles and disciples because he persecuted the church. So if you wanted to go to the direction of the second reading, it could be, if God can use Paul, God can use anybody. That could be the direction. I always like the idea that I know that the church, I know in our church everybody's welcome because they let me through the door, kind of that direction. But that's the second reading. The gospel is, the gospel is just a really well-known story. It's Jesus saying to the disciples, "I will make you fish for people." To Peter, "Do not be afraid," or Peter falls on his knees in the boat and worships Jesus because of all of the fish they caught. And so you could do something with a fishing pole, you could do something talking about fishing, you could talk about email scams. Wait, no, different kind of fishing. But what I was drawn to in this text, reading through it, praying the text in Lectio Divina, listening for a theme or words that came up. This time around, what caught my attention was how there are two boats that go out, and there is so much fish being drawn in that they have to signal the other boat to come and help. I love that image, that stuff is happening, things are overflowing, there's going, and they're like, "We need help." Now, how many times do we hesitate to ask for help, that we signal for help, to say, "I need help"? And that could either be when things are going really great, "I need help with this, there's so much stuff in here," or you're struggling and you're like, "I need help, God, I need help." And so the item I'm looking at is using a flashlight, where you can have the flashlight and you can flick it on and off. Maybe it's a thing just with a button, you can flick it on and off. Maybe teach the kids the Morse code for SOS and the signal for help. Either Morse code tapping it or flashing the flashlight. There's that. You could also get 2 toilet paper rolls, and you could use the the airline thing, but signaling. But I love that image, and that's just it's resting on my heart about how, whether that be asking a neighboring congregation for help to worship together as we get ready to enter into Lent in a few weeks, we're going to worship together, and this is what we're going to do, and we're coming in this together for the bettering of our neighborhood, and we ask for help when we see one another, and this is what we're going to do. So that's the direction I'm leaning on this time around. You can look up in the Dollar Store Children's Sermons. I've done this text before, having to do with fishing. You could do a fishing pole. You could do a fishing net. Maybe if you have goldfish in that, you reach in and there's the goldfish that swim around and all of that. But the image that's really resting on my heart is the image of asking for help, signaling the other boat. One of the images for the church in the New Testament and in the early centuries was a boat. That the idea of the church architecture is most churches are like this, and it's really an upside down boat. So very, I don't know, that image has stuck with me. All right, so there we are, signaling. And if I could signal right here, I would signal you and say thank you. Thank you for the love that you're sharing with your kids and your congregations and your families. And thank you for being who you are. You are rocking it. All right? We'll see you next week. Peace.